As you see, the players warming up on the pitch here in Chester. This is the second edition of this 4-team tournament. Last year, the USA went unbeaten, 3-0 to win it all. The world number 1 and defending World Cup champions host world number 2 and the defending Olympic champs Germany in the nightcap of this doubleheader. But first, France and England will take the pitch to kick off the matches this evening. Last year, both teams went 0-1-2 in this tournament. England finished 3rd, France placed 4th. These two teams met in this tournament in Boca Raton, Florida at FAU Stadium and battled to a scoreless draw. It was the last match of the tournament, but tonight they begin the 2017 SheBelieves Cup against each other as you get a look at the France team warming up. France and England last met in a friendly in October of 2016 in Doncaster, England, where neither team could find the back of the net, culminating in a draw. In that match, as you see the French team getting ready, France dominated the possession battle, controlling the ball 63% of the time. England only registered 3 shots in the friendly and just tallied a pallid 1 corner. In fact, and important to note, France holds the advantage in this series history against England. Les Bleus in 20 matches has won 9 times, drew 9 times as well, and lost just twice to England when they first met in 1973 and then in 1974. That's right, the last time England beat France was 1974, over 40 years ago. There's a look at the England goalkeeper, Karen Bardsley, 32 years old. It will be her 66th cap. 2 World Cups in both 2011 and 2015. Some folks in the United States may remember her playing days at Cal State Fullerton. Her family is living in Southern California. She also played club in England for Manchester City. And in the opposite goal, it will be Sarah Bouhaddi, 30 years old, making her 116th cap. She did not play in the friendly in January against South Africa. Instead, that was the number 2 for France and Mélène Gérard. But Bouhaddi is back in between the sticks tonight. She made her national team debut in 2004. She recaptured the starting job after injury ahead of the London Games. Both these teams looking for their keepers really to come up huge in this one, as both teams that have not scored too many goals in previous friendlies and are looking to be a little bit more dynamic and productive in the attacking third to kick off the SheBelieves Cup. That's Jessica Wacha, who's a defender for France, making her 57th cap, has 3 goals. And a lot of these French women came up through the system. Wacha was with the under-19, 20, and 21 French teams as well. We'll get through a couple storylines later with a few of the players tonight. But especially with France, a couple players notched that under-17 World Cup title as well. And there's Jodie Taylor, who will be playing up top as one of those strikers for Lionesses. Taylor, many folks in the United States will remember her playing days at Oregon State, where she was the all-time leading point getter and scorer, a very composed striker at that. And important to note for her that she's had sort of a nomadic career. Her career's taken her to 3 different continents, plays for Arsenal as well. And in the past decade, she was one that really wasn't in the England national team picture. But when their head coach, Mark Sampson, got the job at the end of 2013, he knew that he had to get back the experienced Taylor on the roster. Guy Dantine on the opposite side for France, warming up too. It's a French team who had a friendly January 22nd against South Africa and won that result 2-0. Actually flew in just a few days ago, as a matter of fact. And as we'll document, both teams already qualifying for Euro 2017 in the Netherlands. So it's a huge tournament here. 4 of the top 5 teams in the latest FIFA rankings are playing here in Chester. It's important to note as well, forecast at this hour, it's about 66 degrees here in Chester, Pennsylvania, on the banks of the Delaware River, just past South Philadelphia. Winds are out of the southwest at 18 miles per hour. Now, there has been some rain in the area, and it subsided at the moment. It had about a 45 to an hour downpour here in Chester, but the Kentucky bluegrass and perennial rye looks great. Just keep in mind there may be a little bit of a slick playing pitch tonight. There's the Commodore Barry Bridge on the banks of the Delaware River here at Talent Energy Stadium, home to MLS Philadelphia Union. And again, we'll kick off the SheBelieves Cup, the second edition, as France and England will get us started. England coming in at number 5 in the FIFA World Rankings. France coming in at number 3. And following our first of the doubleheader, the nightcap will be number 1 USA against number 2 Germany.
The Girls Development Academy launches in the fall of 2000, establishing world-class coaching and player development. The academy will focus on positively impacting everyday club environments to assist in maximizing Number 4, Lucy Ross. Number 6, Billy Bright. Number 7, Jordan Knotts. Number 8, Jane Moore. Number 9, Jody Taylor. Number 11, Ellen White. Number 12, Rachel Daly. And number 18, Jill Scott. The head coach is Mark Simpson.
Here at Talent Energy Stadium in Chester, Pennsylvania, welcome to the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. The first match of the tournament features two countries ranked in the top 5 of the latest FIFA Women's World Cup rankings. It's number 3 France against number 5 England. I'm Dave Leno providing the commentary for this match. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're beginning the second edition of this 14 tournament as the defending champs, number 1 USA, will play number 2 Germany to follow this one.
Number 18, Marla Dulé. Number 19, Gringe Empire.
France holds the advantage in this series history against England. The Blue in 20 matches, has won 9, drew 9 times, and lost just twice to England when they first met in 1973 and then in 1974. There's the France head coach, Olivier Chouafny. 44 years old, and in his playing career as a midfielder in Nice, trained 2 teams in the first league in France before accepting the job in late 2016. And he'll have one of his defenders who he first chose to be part of the France women's national team, and Eve Perisset. She'll be one of the defenders tonight for Les Bleus. And here's the procession to kick off the SheBelieves Cup 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem of England. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of France.
France and England getting ready to begin the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. These two teams last met in this tournament in 2016 in Boca Raton, Florida. Ended up being a scoreless draw. As there's Bardsley. And England is led by Mark Sampson, 34 years old, from Wales. In 2015 at the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada, Sampson led England to the semifinals, marking the first time England had won a match beyond the group stage of a World Cup. After losing the semifinal to Japan, England secured victory in the third-place match, beating Germany for the first time in 21 years. On the opposite bench, France coming in at number 3 in the FIFA World Rankings, led by Olivier Ushwafny. He's 44 years old, took the job in 2016, as you see the captains. With the coin toss, the referee is Melissa Borjas from Honduras. The AR1 is Shirley Perello from Honduras. Catherine Prescott from Panama is the assistant referee too, and Melissa Perez is the fourth official. France led by its goalkeeper, Sarah Bouadi. And we're going to see two terrific keepers between the respective sticks. France has seemingly dominated the series history against England, but it's a team in England led by Karen Bardsley and Steph Horton as one of the defenders. You'll see 5 at the back for England tonight. In front of Bouhadi, we'll have Ed Parise, Mbak Georges, and Waha. In the midfield for France, Henry, Lavougie, Tine, and Guillouhou. And up top for France, you cannot forget about Douli and Diani, two terrific forwards. There's Diani right there. Elodie Tomis, still coming off of injury. She is on the 23-player roster. It's France in the blue jerseys, England in the whites. And the 2017 SheBelieves Cup is officially underway. Bright will go back to the middle. This is a high-pressing team that you'll see France. They control the pace. The last time they played in a friendly, they controlled the ball 63% of the time. And a throw here for White. And they'll look to run a lot this evening through Knobs. She's the vice captain on the team as well. Tony Duggan not getting the start for Sampson. And will have her first corner this evening. Will belong to England. Here's another look at it. Mbach commanding that back line, especially with usually their captain Wendy Reina not in the starting 11 for France. It will be Nobbs with the corner. Remember, England only had one corner the last time these two teams met. To the top, goes over keeper Bouhaddi. Mbach trying to get better positioning. Finally cleared outside the box by France. Mark Sampson said coming into this matchup, the first 20 minutes were critical for England tonight because the last time they played, it was really France that dominated in the beginning of the match and also at the end. Georges will go back to Bouhaddi. High pressure by Ellen White. And you see this high press by England. This is exactly what Sampson wants to see. But a costly mistake there by Georges, not on the same frequency. And will be the second corner for England. Vice captain Nobbs to the top. And a foul called against England. Earlier this year in January, France had a friendly against South Africa and won 2-0. England had two friendlies in Spain, a scoreless draw against Sweden and suffered a 1-0 loss to Norway. Sarah Bouhaddi registering her 116th cap. Looking up top for Labougie. Here's Horton. And Labougie instead will have it for France. 5 in the back this evening for England. Good ball play up ahead to Ellen White. She goes out wide, trying to turn the corner. White with the cross, it's high. Searching for Jodie Taylor, a lethal striker up top. And back to the captain, Horton. The ball inside for Nobbs. And back to Bouhaddi. Take a look at that last opportunity by England. It started from the back. It was a beautiful through ball all the way ahead. As White was searching for her comrade in Taylor, just too far ahead of her. But a good start. Sampson has to be very encouraged the way his team has come out to begin the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Waha. Labougie. Back to Mbach. And a foul called against England. Will be a free kick upcoming here for France. Showcasing a 4-4-2. Here's another look at the foul. Referee again from Honduras, Melissa Borjas. As Gras Guillujo goes down to the pitch. 66 degrees. And kickoff here in Chester, PA. Tine on the restart for France. As they load the right side of the box and crash in. Be a corner here for France. Henry had the last crack at it for Le Bleu. And the first time we'll see Karen Bardsley tested this evening. Lavougie to take the first French corner. To the top of the battery. And swept away by the Lionesses. But you see how high France gets all of its players all the way across the halfway line. Lavougie on the wing. Look for Diani. Instead will be a throw here for England. Knobs lets that play through to White. She navigates around Mbach. And the call will be against the aforementioned Mbach. Be a restart here for England. Melton with the chip. Looking for Knobs. Has a step on Mbach. She's onside. Flag isn't up. Here's the low cross, blocked away by Mbach yet again. Daly's on that far flank, very productive in the early going for England in the white, France in the blue jerseys. Dooley works up top with Diani for France. Be a throw here for England. England already qualified for Euro 2017, like France, as the Lionesses went unbeaten in qualifying. Did not participate in the Rio Olympics, but had a good showing in London when they formed Team GB, because, of course, London hosted the 2012 games. Defeated Brazil in front of 70,000 at Wembley Stadium. And a goal by Steph Halton. And that really boosted the popularity of the England women's national team. England threatening again with Taylor in the attacking third. Mbach had a step. And here comes France to counter with Dooley. Lee 1v1 on that far flank. Melton knows that she'll have to mark Dooley all match long, along with Diani. Off of White. George back to Bouadi. Taylor with the high pressure. England very content in its 4-4-2. Ellen White does not want to give Mbach a lot of room to work with. Not get a lot of production on the run of play. White trying to trail that off to Jill Scott in the middle. Wacha. Pass Knobs. Here comes France. Good ball out wide. That's terrific marking there by Bronze. Lucy Bronze was stride for stride with Tine. Will be a goal kick. And it's a back line that is very stealthy at that as we take another look at this. See, like Tine got a good ball here. Bronze, you see, was a few paces behind her, but it showed her speed and got right in there just in time. Bardsley back between the sticks for England. Siobhan Chamberlain played the friendlies against Sweden and Norway. And now Bardsley is back in goal for Sampson. Lavougie. Yanni was on the near flank. Instead, it was pickpocketed away thanks to Bright. Alton looking for Taylor. White coming in. Mbach was there instead. To the midway line and back to France. Dooley and Diani up top. Knobs. And the foul called. Go against Le Bleu. But the spacing has looked good for both teams. Possession battle, you could say right now, being won in the opening minutes by England, getting more chances in its attacking third as we're in the midst of the 12th minute, scoreless between England and France to kick off the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Dave Leno providing the commentary for this matchup. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is the first of a doubleheader coming up. It's #1 USA against #2 Germany, defending World Cup champs against the defending Olympic champions. Back to Bouhadi of France. Knobs is one of those players that's going to be all over the place for England out of Arsenal. 2016 England Player of the Year. Here's another look at the foul. As Waha hit the pitch. She'll have the restart here for France. Jessica Waha, who played for the under 19, 20, and 21 French teams. Mbach. Guillaume looking up ahead for the through ball, but it's too far for Dooley. Bardsley will just clear. And a throw here for France. Lavougie on the quick restart. Blocked at the top of the 18. The call coming up against France as Dooley again was threatening. For 5 defenders starting for Mark Sampson's team. And all doing a pretty good job in the few chances that France has had. A connection oh so good between Millie Bright and Steph Alton. Taylor looking for White. George was there instead. Here comes England now in the attacking third. Flag was not up. Bouhadi has it for Le Bleu. 15th minute, scoreless in match #1 of the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Knobs looking up top for White. Waha back to Bouhadi. France also directly qualified for Euro 2017. Actually, the first country to qualify. Bouhadi escapes the pressure. Header by Knobs. Finished 6th at the Rio Olympics, did Le Bleu, after a 4th place finish in London 2012. Knobs with some space to work. Good ball. There's the shot, and Bouhadi says no on Ellen White. If you give Knobs space, this is exactly what a player of her caliber can do. Good ball to White, beating Mbach, but Bouhadi stands her ground. First quality chance this evening for either country. Here's Nobbs in the third England corner to the top of the box. Volleys around. Nobbs is going to get another crack at it with space over Mbach. Right to the breadbasket of Bouhaddi. Here's another look at that first chance created by Nobbs. Beautiful ball to White. But Bouhaddi read it well. Henry. Tine with time. Henry again on her left. Henry. Wacha steps up for France. And here's the counter by England. Scott. Good ball. Onside is Taylor, but out comes Bouhaddi. She read it beautifully. Taylor. And you'll see often that many of these England players, you won't just see Taylor on one side and Ellen White on the other. Both will twist and turn all throughout that attacking third. When they start on the right, but they can end up along the left wing, penetrating the box. Sampson trying to throw everything at France. Nobbs again. But right to Bouhaddi. And one of those players that shows her versatility is right on cue, Nobbs. She'll be on the far flank, then she'll come to the near. She's running all over, so it's cumbersome for a lot of these French players to track her. And Georges is going to have to go all the way back to Bouhaddi, who's been very busy. We've reached the 19th minute in the first half, scoreless between number 5 England against number 3 France. Melissa Blockhaus says the advantage ball is played to England. There's the cross inside, and the header is above the bar. Ellen White's been very busy in this matchup. That was a terrific ball by Demi Stokes. Another look at the Stokes bender. And White just over Bouhaddi, who is well outside her 6. 2 quality crosses. Nobbs and Stokes. Both sides of the pitch as well. Great start by Ellen White in this match as well. Getting a lot of the services from England. Tine. Looking for Delis. Bronze was there. That was going to be called against France. Andiani. Delis. Delis with the under 17, 19, and 20 teams in France. One of the most gifted goal scorers, not only for France and its history, but also in the world, making her 98th cap this evening. Good pressure by Mbach. She's all the way high from her back position. In that time for Diani, and you see Diani and Delis switching. Delis actually was on the far left flank. Now she's coming on the near side of the pitch, and Diani is going out wide towards this touchline. Well, Lucy Bronze will have the throw. One of the breakout stars of the 2015 World Cup run, an attack-minded defender for Mark Sampson's unit. France will retain possession here with Wacha. George back to Bouhadi. France, in fact, will host the 2019 Women's World Cup and will consequently be an automatic qualifier. Both teams trying to do well this evening in SheBelieves Cup with 4 of the top 5 in the world. What a great tournament this is. And you don't want to call it a tune-up because this is very important to show what you have on the pitch, but also gearing up for 2017 Euros as well. Here comes England. Stokes. Instead, there's France with Tine. Waha coming up high. Good tackle that time by Jade Moore of England. Will concede the corner. Second corner upcoming for France. Let's see what Olivier Schwafny's club does here with Tine. Going to take the corner. Debuted with the French national team in 2007. Tine instead up short for Waha. Has some space to the back post. It's headed out by England. Yuhu trying to keep it on this half of the pitch. Service in. Looking for Diani. She'll run out of real estate. Will be a goal kick for Karen Bardsley in England. Bach says that was a good ball. She was also up there as well with that final touch. And Bach, one of the physical presence, especially without Wendy Reina, usually the captain for Schwafny and Le Bleu. Houghton. Hit by Georges. Here's White. England's roster, selected by head coach Mark Sampson, is comprised of 8 Manchester City players and 4 Arsenal players, 2 Chelsea players as well, the FAWSL. Manchester City defeated Chelsea 2016 to win the WSL 1 as Mbach goes down to Kentucky Bluegrass here in Chester, Pennsylvania. Via Schwafny, coach of France, looking on. Mbach is still down. Here's another look at it. A hard-nosed tackle there. By Daly. Rachel Daly only making her 7th cap. 25 years old. Played at St. John's, the record holder in goals and points. St. John's in the United States. And the respect shown by Daly will concede the goal kick to England, excuse me, France. '25th minute, still scoreless between France and England. France in the blue uniforms, England in the home whites. High pressure by Knobs on Waha. Long to France. Knobs coming into this tournament knows that they want to reverse some history against France, who hasn't lost to England since 1974, over 40 years. But there's been a lot of turnaround for the England women's national team, just like there has been with France as well. And especially when I referenced that 2012 London Games when England got to form a team under GB and beating Brazil, it just put that crowd into a frenzy, and there's a lot of popularity around England women's football. Good service. White at the top of the battery. Good work by Amandine Henry to shut that down. Halton. That far flank with Diani. Yuhu. Pinir flank and Waha. Lavougie. Henry. Lavougie again. Good work by Moore in the midfield once more. Taylor. Daly is Jill Scott. Looking for Taylor again. Keeps that down. Here's Knobs with a blast right at Buandi. Again, created by who else than Knobs, and had a good look at it. France conceding some space, and England working perfectly flank to flank. And right back comes Le Bleu. A scoreless match. Now at the 28th minute of the first half here in Chester, PA. Georges with Emba. Chance here for France, and the shot goes up high and wide. Beautiful look that time for Doulé. Marilo Doulé had a step on France, beating the captain Halton. Fires wide of the far post. Doulé with her 98th cap, debuted for the national team in 2009. And without LED Domi, he's coming back from injury. In fact, you saw the 2015 World Cup. Sometimes two players on the opposing team would mark. Tomis. Henry. Yuhu coughed that up, and here comes England on the counter. White. Georges marking her. There's more. Daly on that far flank, and often you'll see England get those outside backs all the way up the pitch, and that shows the tactics and aggressiveness executed by head coach Mark Sampson. And it's been a good start. He wanted a first good 20 minutes, and I think he got it now that we're in the 29th minute. Stokes. Absolute tread to the captain, Halton. White battling Mbach. They're going to get the call. Advantage England. As Taylor went down. White was ahead. Taylor draws the foul. A set piece upcoming for the Lionesses. Here's Taylor around Mbach. There's the physicality. Submitted by Mbach. Nice job by Taylor to draw the foul. Followed by Melissa Borjas, the referee from Honduras. Steph Halton, captain, with Knobs. Around the ball for this restart. Wadi has come up big on a few saves tonight on White and Knobs. Here in the 30th minute. It's the captain, Halton. Talk about one of the versatile players of the 23-player roster for England, and Halton. Started her career as a forward, goes to a midfielder, then seen time at left back, and now as a center back and captain. Taking the place for Casey Stoney as the captain. He led the way with Hope Powell. Her run was over the 2013 Euro Championships and given to Sampson. Good run here from Taylor, but out comes Bouhadi of France. Stay with England on this half. Restart by Bronze. Daly. Bronze again. Bora stepping up, trying to put it on the foot of Knobs. Flag is down right now. England was onside on that particular attack. Mbach will try to clear. She cannot with Scott having it. Back to Knobs with some space on Bouhadi. It's Knobs. 1-0 England. England just could provide the pressure here on France. Desperately wanted to clear. It was Scott who had it and found Knobs right past Georges, and ultimately Bouhadi. Jordan Knobs with her 4th goal in her 36th cap, donning the England uniform.
England goal scored by number 7, Jordan Knobs. That goal scored in the
32nd minute for Knobs, and right back comes White. And huge for England, trying to avenge a 42-year losing drought to France. Flags up offside, the call. Shirley Perillo, assistant referee on the near half from Honduras. Lavougie was invading the 18. And England's really looking for a game that they can make a statement, because they've come up big in many competitions, but when it comes to the really big game, Mark Sampson wants them to get the result they're desiring. Scott plays that into Bronze. Captain Houghton, headed away by Waha. That was up, will be a restart here for France. 34th minute, 1-0 England on the goal by Jordan Knobs. Knobs, keep in mind, only had 1 appearance at the 2015 World Cup in Canada. And that was limited due to injury. A lot goes to her. Very productive for Mark Sampson's toucher. We'll stay with England. Sampson, the maestro of England since the end of 2013, taking the place of Popal. When he got the job, 2015, England won the Cyprus Cup over Canada and also finished ahead of Mexico and Italy as well. So really been turning the page for England women's soccer. A lot more resources, not only to England, but also to the France women's soccer national team as well, as both teams are really ascending in the rankings. Coming in, England number 5, France at number 3. It's Lavougie on the restart. Here at the tail end of the 35th minute, 1-0 England. Lavougie to the back post. Barnsley lets that go. Mbach towards the end line. Keeps it in play. A throw here for France. Gianni. Here's Mbach turning the corner with her left-footed cross headed by Houghton. Georges switches the point of the attack. Waha. Lara George again with Mbak. See Mbak held far up high towards the end line, and now she goes right back to her center back spot. All over the field, very versatile at that for France. Daly was down. Play halted. It'll be a restart here for England. Match referee Melissa Borjas.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card caution.
Our first yellow card.
Number 17,
the match on DNA.
That caution occurred in the 37th minute.
In the 37th minute. England with the 1-0 advantage. Lavougie. These midfielders and also the defenders coming up very high for England, doing an excellent job keeping the pressure on the back line for France, because even though they have 4 in the back, you'll often see only 2 back there, because they want to get those outside backs, those wing backs, if you will, up high for Le Bleu. Off of Bright for England. There's France. Diani on the through ball. Out comes Bardsley. Here's another look at the yellow card. Assess Dutine taking down Daly. Yeah, there's the left hand going across the jersey. Accurate call by Melissa Borjas of Honduras, our referee for England-France, to kick off the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Buhadi has conceded 1 goal to Knobs in the 32nd minute. Now we're in the 39th minute, 1-0 England in the white uniforms. Henry, Lavougie, there's Waha on the near touchline. Waha with a bending cross off of Daly. Bardsley is there. It's a good communication by that backline. Daly very busy up top pressing in this matchup with Diani for France. And communication seems to be spot on with Daly on the far flank all the way to the near side. Stokes as well. Looking up top for White. Berissa's on that far flank, and she'll let it go over Ellen White. If you're just joining us, Ellen White really in the first 10 to 20 minutes was very productive in the attacking third. She was the target for many services from Knobs, Moore and company of England. Taylor. Tackled by France. Here comes Le Bleu. In the 40th minute, down a goal. Berisse. That goes out. Will be England with possession near the halfway line. Quick restart to Jodie Taylor. In the midst of the 40th minute. We're at Talent Energy Stadium in Chester, Pennsylvania. 1-0 England. Diani with the cross, looking for Daly. Some good tracking that time. Halton and Bright. You see the communication with those two players in particular. Spot on. Millie Bright, 2016 England Young Player of the Year, playing with a veteran in Halton. Bardsley. Here's Scott again. Got the assist on that goal by Knobs in the 32nd minute. Bronze out to Daly. Inside to Knobs. Moore. It's a good tackle by Mbach. And Henry will go back to the aforementioned Enrock, working with George. George with her 175th cap, most cap player on the French roster. And here comes Le Bleu. Lavougie tried to get the service, but cleared out. Demi Stokes. Waha working with Diani. Here for France, to the dismay of England. Waha on the quick restart. Good tackle by Nobbs, the vice captain. White to Scott. Here's Moore. Switches the point of attack to Daly. Kelly has Scott up ahead. It's good play by George to read that terrific anticipation, and here's the counter from France. Dooley with the cross, looked for Lavougie. Here's Nobbs, 1v2. Yanni was trying to derail her. Daly will settle. 43rd minute of the first half. Tail end of the first sequence of this matchup between France and England. Hard whistle. Could see a card. Looks like it's going to go against Bright of England. That's exactly what will take place. Thanks to Melissa Borjas. Diani. And hard tackle was late, according to Borjas. Card going against Billy Bright. Set piece late in the first half for France, down a goal. Tine will have it in the 44th minute. 1-0 England. And here's Le Bleu threatening. Tine to the back post, looking for Mbach. Cleared away. Now in the 45th minute. Nobbs plays that through. Looking for Taylor. Taylor taking Bouhaddi. Taylor still keeps it alive, and then Borjas whistles it down. Bouhaddi stands her ground. Taylor almost made it 2-0, but Bouhaddi said no. Here's another look at it. Terrific ball again by Nobbs. Went right through Mbach, but Bouhaddi made the save. And that will do it for the first half. It will be England going into the locker room, leading 1-0, thanks to the vice captain right there in Jordan Nobbs, who scores in the 32nd minute on a beautiful ball by Jill Scott, trying to avenge over a 40-year drought. But it's England over France, 1-0. It's 45 minutes are through the books.
out hard wars, and there's 4 sachets just on the first of the table.
And fans, please welcome back DJ Beauty and the Beats.
Start of half number 2. The first match of the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Dave Leno in the commentary box for this matchup between England and France. It is 1-0 England with the lead thanks to Jordan Nobbs in the 32nd minute, tallying her 4th goal. And England trying to avenge a 42-year drought, losing to France. Looking to flip the script here at Talent Energy Stadium. And there's the vice captain and goal scorer, Nobbs, making her 36th cap, the 2016 England Player of the Year from Arsenal. She got a beautiful feed from Jill Scott. And the question is, for Captain Amandine Henry, how will France respond, ranked at number 3 in the FIFA World Rankings? No subs reported to begin the second half. Bardsley has the clean sheet thus far. Bouadi, the opposite goal. Had to make a few stops, but one was costly. It's Rachel Daly in that back line have been very stealthy for Mark Sampson and England. And what adjustments will Olivier Schwafny and Le Bleu make? We'll see as half number 2 and match number 1 of the SheBelieves Cup is underway. It's England in the white uniforms, France in blue with Daly coming up, trying to get that to Taylor. Georges inside her own 18, clears. And like we alluded to in half number 1, Mark Sampson has to be very pleased with the way his club came out to begin the game. But here's France with the high pressure. Diani looking for Deleu. Here's Diani again. Bardsley says no. Play will stop. Wacha is down for France. And Melissa Borjas is caught on. Physio and doctor for France to come out onto the pitch. But what a start for Le Bleu, down a goal. And Olivier Schwafny has to be pleased with this opportunity for Le Bleu. Diani with that last crack at it. Bardsley came up with the stop. Here's the ball to Deleu. Diani here will get the last touch. And the number 1 keeper for England comes up big. Karen Bardsley with her 66th cap. Ms. Waha will get a nice hand here at Talent Energy Stadium. She'll have to come off momentarily. England, in fact, has not defeated France since 1974. They won 73 when they first met. 74 was the last year, but right now they have the 1-0 advantage. Waha is back onto the pitch. Berise. Tine with that high pressure with Lavougie of France. Mbach has it instead of Ellen White. And it's wide of Bouadi. Bouadi will have to come all the way out with her left. Look for Brise. Daly had better positioning on her. We'll stay with France. Brise, in fact, one of the first options for Olivier Schwafny to bring to his roster. It's a good ball for Brise. It's going to stay in. Bronze was all over her. Deli with Tine. Here's Tine of France. Henry. Marked by White. Will switch the point of attack. To Waha, who was just down. She runs out of room towards the touchline. England will get it back. Look at both these teams last year in the SheBelieves Cup, the 2016 edition, the inaugural tournament. Both went 0-1-2. England lost to USA 1-0, and then the Germany 2-1. And drew against Le Bleu. Diani looking for Deleu. To the far post, it was chipped high. And cleared off the end line by England. Parise will try to keep it on this half. Tine with the cross to the middle of the box. Put it away by Demi Stokes. Waha with a good service inside, but again, England's defenders come up big for the Lionesses. Yuhu looking for Diani. Go back to England. Now taking a look at Diani's France. Le Bleu went 0-1-2 as well, as I alluded to. Finished actually dead last fourth in this tournament a year ago. Lost to Germany and #1 USA 1-0. The draw, of course, against England. George working with Mbak. Two center backs have been paired well. Mbak will often, as we saw in the first 45 minutes, come up high from her center back spot. The captain Halton to the goal scorer Knox. And coming into this match, we were told from France that they were looking to score more. A lot flows through that midfield through Camille Abeli, but she did not get the start tonight. Instead, a lot has been playing through La Rougie. Dioho looking for Diani. Wright and Halton have been so good. There's two center back spots, 5 in the back for England in half number 1. Henry. Dioho out to Diani. Cleared away by Bright. Knobs knocks it out of the 18. But we're seeing more numbers forward to begin the second half for Le Bleu. And one could say that in the first 45, at least in the first 20 minutes, it was England that put the numbers forward. The last line of defense, Mbak and George right now for France. And right on cue, here's George. France looking for Deleu. The restart by Waha. Yuhu. Waha again. Knobs marking her. Trailing it back to George. They'll switch the point of attack to the near flank and in Parise. White trying to apply the pressure. Yuhu. Yuhu with some space. Diani with the chip. Bardsley comes out at the 6. Running in was Tine. Another look at this opportunity from France. Second opportunity with Tine bursting inside. Bardsley was all over it, however, for England. And France now the aggressor. So Rachel Williams will come in for the Lionesses. Jodie Taylor will come off the tail end of the 54th minute. Williams with her 15th appearance for England. Right back to Diani, trying to gain the end line. Goes off of Stokes, and a corner upcoming here for France. Will be Lavougie with a good ball to the back post. Comes Daly looking to counter for England. So first substitution of this match. It's Williams coming once again in for Taylor. There were a few sequences where Taylor in the run-up play had an opportunity. Pressure here from Henry. Williams right on cue, battling Mbach, back to Bouadi. Scott to Daly. Through ball for Scott. Ranjiyuhu has better positioning on Scott. There's the call. Ranjiyuhu, only 19 years young, making her second cap. A good play with her defensive work here inside the box. England still ahead 1-0. France continues to threaten with Diani. Inside the box, there's the tackle again. Boy, what a job by Demi Stokes of England. That left back position. Multiple times she's been out in the pitch and will concede the corner. Second quarter and a half here for France, putting numbers forward. Down 1-0 to England. Lavougie again to the back post. Mandine Henry had a head on it. Instead, here comes the Lionesses. It's White to Tretta Scott. That is out. Will stay with England. Tournament once again played in the United States. Carleen Lloyd plays for the U.S. women's national team, signing with Manchester City in a short-term deal. Will return to the Houston Dash, we should mention, on June 1st for the NWSL. Heather O'Reilly signed with Arsenal. So the FAWSL getting a lot of Americans and a lot of noteworthy ones at that. Crystal Dunn signing with Chelsea FC. FAWSL really growing for England, which in turn helps the women's national team for the Lionesses. Stokes will have the restart. Melissa Borjas did not blow her whistle despite a France player down, and Olivier Chouafny, the head coach of France, doesn't like the call. Here's Henry instead. Tine. Back to Henry. Turns it on the inside on her left foot. It's low. And off of Houghton. Captain. Bach trying to keep it on this half. Jihu switches the point of attack. Perisic. That left side has looked really good for Sampson's unit. Led by Stokes. Bronze as well. Daly on the near flank. Tina to Perisic. Gaining the box. Good call despite her going down inside. Nothing was there. Dooley. Throws it back to Henry. Looking for Diani. Here's Dooley, but the volley is high. This is great work by Diani. Looking to win the aerial, and Dooley charging in. High in the sticks. But head coach Olivier Schwafny, who took the job at the tail end of 2016, he's got to be really pleased with the start of the second half. Camille Abeli is getting set to come in for France. She commands that midfield, and a huge substitution upcoming for Le Bleu. Henry will get it back here as Perisic on the near flank. Finds her. And Perisic with the cross. Bardsley punches it out. England looking to counter. France continues to throw their center backs forward with Mbach. She'll get called for the foul. Here's another look at the opportunity in the cross by Perisic. For Dooley. Bardsley, great job with her right to punch it away for England. Holding the 1-0 lead for the Lionesses. Lavougie is out. And Camille Abeli is in. 32 years older. 159th appearance, an attacking midfielder for France. Taylor and Lavougie for England and France respectively are done. And Williams and Abeli are in. Here's England. There's our first offside of the evening. And that's not indicative of the way both countries are throwing numbers forward, though, with their wingbacks coming up high. And also the way the forwards are going all over the pitch. They're not staying in one particular area. Goal kick here. Sarah Bouadi. So keep an eye for France at number 10, Camille Abeli. Let's see if Schwafny, head coach for France, will run things through her at the number 6 or number 8 spot. Will won by Bronze. Cleared by George. There's Andre over Williams. 63rd minute, 1-0 England. Trying to avenge a 42-year drought, losing to France. Tine, it's a good ball up top. Dooley. Right marking her. Good tackle by Scott. Foul call. It's going to go against England. Mark Sampson doesn't like the call from Melissa Borjas of Honduras. Tine might have had a stride on Scott. Looked pretty close, and Mark Sampson Winning head coach in December of 2013. We'll have to see his club once again come up big on the defensive end. Dine around the ball for the restart for France down a goal. Here's her service to the chip. George towards the end line. Loses space. Goal kick, Bardsley. Karen Bardsley, on the few opportunities that she's had to come up big, in particular in this second half, she has stood her ground and shows why she is the #1 keeper for England. 65th minute here in the match #1 of the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Dave Leto in the commentary box. Thanks so much for tuning in. The #5 England against #3 France. There's Williams, who just came in. Boadi has to come out despite the high pressure from the Lionesses. Scott tried to play that through. Flags up offside. Second one as White was trying to gain positioning as the French defenders. They tried to pull a fast one there on Boadi. Alyssa Borjas wanted none of that. So Parise comes out. And Wendy Reyna, 26 years old, comes in. So Schwafny opting for a more experienced player in the back. And Ed Parise, who made her 4th cap, is done in this matchup. Reyna in yet again. There's Bronze to Daly. Dine switches the point of attack, looking for Waha, runs out of room. When these two teams met in the 2015 Women's World Cup, it was France the victor, 1-0. France prior to the SheBelieves Cup, the friendly against South Africa, and won 2-0. Daly looking for Bronze. A throw for Mbak of France. In the 68th minute, 1-0 England in match #1. Coming up next, it's #1 USA against #2 Germany. Defending World Cup and defending Olympic champs. Under the lights here in Chester, Pennsylvania at Talon Energy Stadium. Reyna to Mbak. Dine finds Mbak. Aerial won by France. Cooley swept away thanks to Millie Bright. Aaron Houghton have been good in this matchup for Sampson. Their center backs. Giuhu out to Waha. Plays that through back to Waha from Diani. Ball here against Le Bleu. A lot of eyes are on the England women's national team, especially after that bronze finish at the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup, defeating Germany. It was the best ever World Cup finish. They got to be pleased with Lionesses ascending through the standings at number 5. And of course, one of the favorites for Euro 2017. Woody. It's a good ball for Delay. Dropping it off to Tine. Tine with the cross. Looking for Diani. Marked by Stokes. Knobs. And the call coming up here against White of England. Diani goes to the pitch. Khadija Diani making her 22nd cap. Big player for Olivier Chouafny. Athletic training staff coming out here for France. Diani's first appearance with the national team was in 2014, just 21 years young. Was with the France under 17, 19 and 20 teams. That under 17 team won the World Cup. Here's another look why Diani is down. And that aerial with Demi Stokes. Tough landing for her. The 23-player roster for France, largely comprised of 10 players from Lyon. One player, we mentioned Henry, plays for the Portland Thorns, who captured the NWSL Shield. Sonata is getting ready to come in, and she is a threat up top for France. This is a tactical move by Chouafny. Janela Sommer into the match. Coming in for Diani. In the 72nd minute, another substitution from the Chouafny of France. Restart by Abali. 1-0 England. Here in the second half, it's Abali. He's looking for Henry. There's the Lionesses to counter with Delhi. Tackled by Abali. Play by Waha. Switching flanks here for Chouafny. She was on the far right flank, now coming to the near side. As White is hurt.
Yeah, 2 please at the same time. Excuse me, 2 please as well.
Sampson has to be pleased with the first 72 minutes. This club up 1-0 over France. So they're going to bring in one of the fastest players on the team in Nikita Paris to play up top for England. Another look at why White is down. A tackle by Waha. White in her 59th cap. 2 World Cups as well. So that will be it for Daly in this matchup as well for England. Alex Scott, another defender, will be in for Mark Sampson. Nice hand here for White, coming off the field.
England, second substitution, leaving the match, number 11, Ellen White. Entering the match, number 22,
So White is off, and Nikita Pattis, at 22 years young, is on. Daly also done. She's had a productive game through 74 minutes of play. And Alex Scott, at 32 years old, her 138th appearance, is on. But now England will have to contend with Dooley and Lusomer. So you see a tactical move by Sampson to bring in another veteran defender in Scott to derail the aforementioned Lusomer and Dooley. Diani again is done in this match for France up top. Approaching the tail end of the 75th minute. It's England leading 1-0. There is Scott. Attacking right back, has 12 goals. He plays for Arsenal. Been a cornerstone in that back line for over a decade for England. Here's Scott. It's Jill Scott in the middle. Looking for Lusomer. Lusomer keeps it. Call against France. Lady Tomis is going to come in now here for France. So Schwafny going with more attacking players, bringing in Tomis. Coming off of injury. And the very productive Tine has been seen on set pieces with Lavoisier. Both those players are out for Le Bleu. In the 77th minute, 1-0, England with the lead. So Tomis, Lusomer, and Dooley up top for France in the blue uniforms. Here's Lusomer. Tackled. Restart upcoming for France. Two numbers getting back here for England in the white uniforms and bronze. Restart for Henry. And the flag's up offside. Reina had the first crack at it for Team France, along with Tomis. So Tomis to that far flank, and Dooley will be on the near side of the field for Le Bleu. Bardsley on the restart. Zemba. Lusomer. Emba coming up high from her back position. To the middle of the box, headed away by the captain, Halton. And Williams will clear. Nikita Paris pressing high, the only player up top for England. Numbers are back. Trying to prevail in this one for the first time in 42 years over France. Call against England. Culprit will be Jade Moore. Abeli with her team down a goal in the 79th minute for France. Here's the restart. It's a good bending ball. Out comes Bardsley. Closest player was Tomis on the far side. Stokes was marking her beautifully. Alex Scott now from Paris's head. Wacha. Giuhu. As Tomis up top. Tomis wanted it but didn't get the service. Giuhu. Tomis playing that in, and France with the equalizer. Delay, 1-1. France locking it up in the 80th minute. As you see this cross come in, Delay the recipient. What a ball by Tomis. She was a sub. She delivers with the assist. Delise played the whole match and beats Bardsley. 80th minute, locked up 1-1 between England and France. Delise with her 64th goal. The cross by Tomis, yet again to come in off the bench. Ball played in for Scott. Out comes Boadi. A lot has been made of Tomis, especially coming off her injury after the Olympics. Been with the national team since 2005. Marino Duli with the equalizer at 1-1. And towards the goal area, next to Boadi, and Bach is down for France. Olivier Chouafny has to be very pleased with his club resurrecting the performance. All three subs have been used in this matchup. So Chouafny goes with the captain Henry. There's Sommer. See in the final 9 minutes, they could continue to flip the script here at Talent Energy Stadium. If you're just joining us, Jordan Nobbs of England had the first goal in the 32nd minute on a beautiful cross by Jill Scott to make it 1-0 England. A few moments ago, Marilo Duli with the equalizer on a beautiful cross by Tomis to make it 1-1. Player down here for France. Les Sommer. To Henry. So Amel Nasri will come in for France. So France, in fact, did have a few more substitutions. And Mbach will be out, who's getting worked on behind the end line. So Amel Nasri, 24 years young, is in for Les Bleus. 1-1 game here in the 84th minute. Boadi trying to change the point of attack to the far flank. Waha plays that up top to Tomis. She runs out of room, will be a throw for England. Demi Stokes with the restart. Knobs, the goal scorer, has been quiet in the second half. But a resounding half number one. A lot has not gone through her in the latter 45 minutes. Brena. Madri just came in on her left. Madri with the cross to the back post looking for Tomes. Knobs was there instead. Hard whistle, advantage France. Sampson doesn't like the call. The same with Paris of England. And here comes a set piece for Le Bleu in the 85th minute in a 1-1 game. It will be Camille Abelé amid Bardsley. Thirty-two-year-old Abelé waiting for the referee from Honduras, Melissa Borjas. Here's the service by Abelé in a 1-1 game to the back post. And it's headed away. Lily Bright coming up big there, despite the pressure from Georges. And the restart on the foul. Here comes Bardsley. 86th minute, 1-1. Here in Chester, Pennsylvania in the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. And coming up after this one, it's #1 USA against #2 Germany for the nightcap of this doubleheader. Foul called against France as Bronze went to the pitch. This matchup last year, the SheBelieves Cup in Boca Raton, Florida, was a scoreless draw. We're even at 1. The start of the 87th. See Christensen now going to come in here for England. And that will be it for the goal scorer, Knobs. I mentioned great first half by Knobs. Had the lone goal tonight for England. 25-year-old Christensen coming in. Plays out of Manchester City for club. Here's the restart for the Lionesses. Wheel won by France, and here comes Le Bleu. The tail end of the 87th minute. Le Sommer. Abelé. There's the back to Madri. Madri again. Reina keeping this in. Back to Boadi. High pressure here from Williams. Have to give credit to France with a great response out of the locker room, especially being down 1-0. Didn't get a lot of opportunities amid Karen Bardsley in half #1, but you take a look at those first 10 minutes of half #2, even though France didn't score, really was a difference maker. And what one may think set the tone for the second 45 for Le Bleu. Eventually getting the goal when Tomis comes in and provides the cross to Delu. Now at the 89th minute, 1-1 between France and England. Guillaume out to Wacha, changing the point of attack for France. Looking for Tomis. Advantage France. Too physical for Millie Bright. Here comes the restart for Le Bleu. Majri with the restart for France. On her left with a good service to the back. And for the second time, Laura Georges was the target. Bardsley will have the goal kick for the Lionesses. In the midst of the 90th minute here at Talon Energy Stadium. Call against France. We're going to get 4 minutes of stoppage time. This matchup between England and France, 1-1 as it stands currently. Majri looking for Tamis and Dali. Guillaume stepping up as Tamis on the outside finds her here. Tamis with the low cross. Waha out to Tamis. Tamis turns it inside on her left. Tamis amid Bardsley, it's wide.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has added 4 minutes of stoppage time to the end of the match.
4 minutes of stoppage time here in match number 1 of the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. Knobs got the scoring started on the sheet in the 32nd minute. Then it was Dali with the equalizer in the 80th. Tamis yet again tackled. Here comes England on the counter. Williams up high with Pettis. There's Waha. The ball by Bright. Just knocked that out of play amid the speedster Tamis. Will be a throw for France. George coughs that up. Here comes Paris. One of the fastest players on the England team. Paris will wait for numbers for England in stoppage time. Knocked away by Reina. Amelie. And here comes France across the midway line. Tamis, Guillaume with the cross, and once again Bright with her right. Guillaume gets it back from Tamis. There's the cross to the 6, and it's cleared away by Scott desperately. Dangerous for England in their defensive third. Corner upcoming, France in stoppage time. Amelie is quick. Out to Majri with a cross on her left. Over Bardsley. Precious opportunities for Le Bleu. Reina looks like had the last touch. She's worn the captain's armband in her time for France. Still in stoppage time, match number 1. It's been a yellow card assessed to Karen Bardsley on the delay. Second yellow on England in the midst of the tail end of stoppage time in match number 1. Ball will go against France. England will have a restart and a last-ditched effort here for Mark Sampson. His club was up 1-0, surrendered the lead in the 80th minute. Will be the captain, Halton. Throwing numbers forward. That's 7 players towards the box. There's the service. Bouadi comes out. Ball goes to the grass, and Bouadi collects it. Quickly out to Tomes. Halton. Messomer, the top. Here's a cross inside again, knocked away. Stokes again, inside. It's Marilo Douli with another golden opportunity for France, which could be the last corner of the match. Majri will take it. 1-1 here in stoppage time. Here's her service, bending ball inside, and it's in for France! 2-1, Le Bleu! Wendy Reyno was invading the 6. And as the game-winning goal for France, she gets the touch. What a ball from Majri. And there's Reyna. And that will do it. France comes up big at the tail end of the game and stuns England 2-1. So that will do it for match number 1. Boy, if that is what is expected in this tournament, it's going to be another great one at the 2017 SheBelieves Cup. It's France in match number 1 defeating England 2-1. On behalf of our entire crew, this is Dave Leto saying so long for now, but please keep it here because coming up, it's the nightcap of the doubleheader. It's number 1 USA against number 1 Germany. But in this matchup, it's France that takes it 2-1 over England.